Hello folks, as you all know, Halloween is fast approaching us, and I thought what better time than to share some tips on how to simplify your werewolf drawing. As you all know, if you've watched my previous videos, that werewolves are like my go-to characters. I like to draw them a lot. I like to fill my sketchbooks with them all the time. So I have a little knowledge on how to simplify the basic forms. Keeping that in mind, I am only going to cover the construction of the head and not the body. Mainly because a lot of this is up to your interpretation, and besides, I'm really not good at explaining the functionality of every muscle in the body. So I'm not a really good anatomy teacher, is what I'm trying to say. So quickly I'm going to give you the information you need so you can get on with your day. How I normally start is I'll start off with two triangles for the ears. And these are just simple blocked in shapes. And then from there I'll move to the circle, which identifies where the head is going to be. And when I know where the head is going to be, I'm going to interpret where the eyes will be placed in between the circle of the head. From there, I know where the snout should be emerging from, and I'll make a box-like shape for the snout, or maybe a triangular shape. I think what I do before I establish the snout is I establish where the nose is going to be first. Then I'll draw the curvature of the lip, which encompasses the snout. And from there, I can easily identify where the teeth are going to be placed and where both planes are going to be. In other words, top jaw, bottom jaw. Now, as you're about to see, this is how I usually handle the simplification. I usually narrow it down to one or two lines all across the board. Now, it may not look nice or anything all that fancy, but you can always depend on adding more details later on. It is also worth mentioning, now that we're approaching this part of the segment, that if you want to give your wolf expression, like, for example, if he's a really pissed off wolf, I suggest putting creases. Actually, put as many creases as you want, doesn't matter, because it's exaggerated. But if you want to go for a more realistic approach, if you look at wolves, you have a crease that forms along the snout to the nose as the wolf is frowning. You see that the brows will kind of conjoin together and make this diamond shape when it converges with the snout creases, and it'll end up making a diamond shape. So yeah, you repeat that until you get a nice flow of creases into the nose, and that's usually how you make a more grimace look to your werewolf. However, all of this can be done vice versa. As you see me demonstrating, I start from the snout all the way back to the brows. So there really is no order in the way you do things, as long as you have a good visualization of how you want it to be done. But let's say you wanted a wolfman approach to your werewolf, and you don't necessarily want a big wolf animal head stuck on top of your anthropomorphic or human figure. Well, in that case, you take all of the advice I just shared previously and reapply it to a human face, more or less. So all the creases, all the major features, just kind of slap them onto a human face. Some of the things that makes the Wolfman version of the werewolf more distinct is the prominence of the brows and the bowl-shaped head. Of course, these are all just based off my observations, and you may pick up a couple things I might have missed. But for all intents and purposes, this is what I tend to notice a lot more, especially in this version of the Wolfman. Now we're in a segment of the video where I do a time lapse. If you want, you can just kick back and relax, enjoy the show. If not, then I appreciate it if you dropped a like or left a comment. Other words, enjoy what you see. Happy Halloween, people. That just about wraps it all up, everybody. I hope you found this video tutorial rather helpful. I enjoy making them whenever I can. Leave a like or comment. I highly encourage asking questions and giving me feedback. I appreciate them whenever they come up. But if that's it, then I thank you for watching and stay tuned for more. Have a spectacular Halloween night, everybody. Good night.